Truworths incorporates Truworths Man, YDE, Identity, and the Daniel Hechter brands.
Indeed, and it's in a management transition. Michael Mark ran the business from 1991 until recently. UK-based office group, though, that's apparently shoes. That's their biggest recent transaction.
32 billion rand in terms of market cap, a price to earnings ratio of 11, dividend yield here of 6.2%. Let's get a share price graph.
I think everybody knows the group, well positioned. It's got its own Truworth cards. In other words, that's where you can actually get a loan to buy their stuff, and quite a high percentage of their sales is credit sales. So now, I don't know. I mean, same thing really. Some of their core brands are being threatened and challenged by the Zaras and others of the world.
Well, I think that this conversation all actually comes down to GDP. And when you think the South African economy is going to recover. Because even with the competition, when there's growth, you will see momentum behind these stocks.
Yeah. Look, you know what people always say about South Africa is that it makes progress politically through disasters and economically through windfalls, which sounds a bit odd, but what that means...
Please unpack that, because it didn't really make sense
So
to me.
South Africa makes progress through disasters, like, you know, things just fall apart and then suddenly out of the flames something good happens. You know, Nelson Mandela happens, or, you know, we get a windfall from high commodity prices globally. So we're almost like our own worst enemies. At the moment, everyone's very negative, but who knows? There may be a surprisingly positive outcome politically, and then everybody gets all buckshy and positive again.
But even if we see a political outcome and a positive one, a lot of the challenges in the economy are structural.
Correct.
These are not things that can be fixed
But consumer
overnight.
confidence is often a function of just whether people think things are going to be better, and certainly that's true also of business confidence. So who knows? We've got an election coming up. There's 18 months of uncertainty. Globally, we don't know. Economic windfalls could arise as a result of commodity price upticks because of currency-related issues, all sorts of all manner of
Is there
things.
anything around Truworths that stands out above the other stocks that we've discussed today?
Look, there's a management transition going on. There's a new guy whose name is Douglas Dare. I don't know anything apart from him. He's been in the company a long time. Remember, they had a bit of a management reshuffle change. Someone was going to replace Michael Mark, then he didn't. So that's been a bit of a concern.
A little question over the succession planning.
And
but
then
now
as far as the fact that they have quite significant credit sales, remember this whole thing with the National Credit Regulator, we haven't mentioned this yet, but remember one of the reasons Edgar's is in trouble is because the National Credit Regulator wants to hit them for charging people these monthly fees for being part of the Edgar's Club. That issue is also going to come up as it relates to Foschini, because Foschini's got the same allegations. Truworths, not quite the same, but they've been having a long-standing fight with the regulator about whether or not the current regulations regarding giving somebody a new loan are too stringent or not.
hot or not on Truworths?
I would say not hot. Still quite a lot of moving parts and uncertainty, and the economic environment as mentioned.